Good day, everyone. Senior. Let's continue with circle geometry. Theorem 2 now. Theorem 2. Theorem 2 states that angle at center is equal to 2 times angle formed at any point on the circumference of the circle. What we mean is that we need to prove the theorem. So what that means is we want to prove that the angle formed at the center on this arc, the angle formed at the center, angle A, the angle AOC formed at the center is 2 times the angle ABC formed on the same arc but now at a point on the circumference of the circle. We want to show that this is equal to 2 times this. So let's go ahead and do that. What we do first in this proof is to add to the construction. We add to the construction. So we are going to draw a line BOX. We will draw a line BOX. After drawing a line BOX, we will now call this place A. Okay, let's use X. Call this place X. Call this place X. You know, the reason we are calling that XX is that OC, this line OC is a radius. This line OB is also a radius. So that means the two are what? Radii. Each of them is a radius of the circle. So that makes triangle OBC an isosceles triangle. Okay, let's start writing. Okay, this is my proof. This is my proof. This is my proof. And in my proof, I want to prove that AOC, that angle AOC is 2 times angle ABC. I want to prove that angle AOC, this angle, I want to prove that this angle AOC formed at the center of the circle is equal to twice ABC formed at a point on the circumference. It could actually be here. AOC is equal to 2 times. Your ABC could be here. It could also be here. As long as it's on the same, as long as it is formed on the same arc, the one formed at the center is equal to twice the one formed at any point on the circumference of the circle. So let's go ahead now and do that. Now, from the diagram, you will easily notice from the diagram that this is a radius, this is a radius. That makes triangle OBC. That makes triangle OBC an isosceles triangle. And in an isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. So I'm going to write that. That means I can write that angle what? I can write that angle OBC is equal to angle OCB is equal to X. The reason is that both are base angles of an isosceles triangle. Can you see that? Now, come to the left. You know, that is that about the triangle on the right. Come to the left. I can also name this place. Come to the left. I can also name this place YY. I can also name this place what? YY. Meaning that angle OAB also, meaning that also means that I can also say angle OAB, this angle here, angle OAB, this angle here, is the same thing as angle OBA, the angle here. So angle OAB is equal to angle OBA is equal to Y. The reason is the same. They are also both base angles of an isosceles triangle. Let me describe that more. Angle OAB is the same thing as angle OB, is the same thing as angle OBA. So this angle Y is the same as this angle Y. Because this is a radius, this is also a radius. OA is a radius and OB is also a radius. OA is a radius, OB2 is a radius. So I can add that. Let me add that to my proof. OB the reason for all this is that OC is the same thing as OA, is the same thing as OB, is the same thing as OB, is the same thing as R from the diagram. So now that we have proved that this is X and this is X, and we have also proved that this place is Y, just like this place is Y, it means that we can also write that the angle outside here, I'm trying to choose which one is best. Okay, let's use this, is 2y. This one too is what? 2x. You understand what I'm saying? Let me draw that out so that you can see it. In any triangle at all, in this triangle, this is the triangle OB. This is the triangle what? OBC. This is the triangle OB. This is the triangle OBC. Now, this angle is exterior. This is X. This is X. Let me change my marker for that. This is X. This is X. So this is 2x. From the theorem that says exterior angle of a triangle is sum of the two opposite interior angles. In any triangle at all, if I draw a triangle like this, and this place is D, that D is an exterior angle. If this is AB, C, it can be shown that D is equal to B plus C. That's what we mean when we say the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of two opposite interior angles. So D is equal to B plus C. D is equal to B plus C. That is true for any triangle. So angle what? Angle XOC is equal to 2x. Also, let's continue. Also, in this triangle too, let me put it here so it will not be confusing. In this triangle also, X is here. I just don't want to join them. This place too will be 2y. This is also 2y because this is y and this is y. Exterior angle is sum of two opposite interior angles. So that means what? XOA is also equal to what? 2y. Can you see what I'm saying? So if I clean all of this now, I can go back to my diagram and put those values, put those things I've explained. I can go back to my diagram, put 2x here for XOC and put what? 2y here for XOA. That now means that angle AOC is equal to 2x plus 2y. Can you see angle AOC now? Angle AOC, this angle, is equal to what? 2x plus 2y. Angle AOC is equal to 2x plus 2y. So, therefore, let's continue. Therefore, angle AOC is equal to what? 2x plus 2y. Oh, I didn't write some of the proofs that I explained. Let me go back and write it. Okay. What I explained was that XOC, what I explained was that angle XOC from the diagram, it's a pity I can't see, XOC is equal to what? 2x. And the reason is what? XOC is equal to x plus x. Let's write it very well. Let's try and write it very well. Therefore, XOC is equal to x plus x is equal to 2x. The reason is that XOC is an exterior angle of triangle OBC. Can you see? This angle XOC, this is triangle XOC. This angle is an exterior angle of triangle OBC. So it will be equal to 2 times opposite interior angles. X plus x will give 2x. Can you see that now? It's a very simple theorem. X plus x will give what? 2x. Let me write this in full. Exterior angle of a triangle. Also, let's go back to the diagram. Also, angle what? Angle XOA is also equal to 2y. Y plus y. Because exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. So also XOA is equal to y plus y is equal to 2y for the same reason, exterior angle. So that means angle AOC is equal to 2x plus 2y. Can you see it from this diagram? That angle AOC is going to be 2x plus 2y. You can write 2y plus 2x or write 2x plus 2y. If angle AOC is 2x plus 2y, that means angle AOC is equal to 2 open bracket x plus y. That means angle AOC is what? 2 open bracket x plus y. That means angle AOC is 2 times ABC. That's the end of our proof. Because as you can see from the diagram, x plus y is the same as what? Angle ABC. X plus y. Angle ABC is x plus 1. So this is angle ABC, x plus y. So if AOC is 2 times x plus y, that means AOC is equal to 2 times ABC. We have completely, written the proof for that theorem like that. Let's now go to examples. We are going to use exercise 2B for our examples. Question 1. Let's go to the examples. Exercise 2B, question 1. It says, find the lettered angles in each of the following diagram. Q41. I'll be fast. It's a simple concept, so there's no need to waste time. Q41. Q is here. No. Excuse me. This is the center of the circle. Q is here. 41 degrees is here. Q is equal to 2 times 41 degrees. What's the reason for this? Angle at center. No. Yeah. Angle at center, sorry. Angle at center is 2 times. Angle at center is what? Twice angle. I didn't make any mistake. Angle at the center is twice angle at a point on the circumference. Angle at center is twice angle at a point on the circumference. So that means angle Q is 82 degrees. It's as simple as that. Let's go to, I think this should be, is it number 1 or number 1A? This should be question 1A. Let's go to question 1B. Straight, I'll be kind of fast. It's a short here, 106R. Okay, I have a diagram here. Okay, let me try and use something brighter. 106R. Okay. 106R. Excuse me. R here, 106 degrees here. Now, this is the center of the circle. 106 is formed at the center of the circle. 106 is formed at the center on this arc. 106 is formed at the center, but on that same arc, R is formed at a point on the circumference of the circle. So that means 106 is equal to 2R. We write our reason. It means that what? It means 106 is 2R. Angle at what? Center. You won't be tired to write it. You have to write it all the time. It's 2 times angle at what? A point on the circumference. Angle formed at center is twice angle formed at a point on the circumference. So 2r is 106. R is 106 over 2, and that gives us r is what? 53 degrees. Moving on. Question C. What does question C say? 126s. Okay. That's pretty simple. That's pretty simple. 126s. Okay. Let me try and move this upwards a bit. (126). This is 126 degrees, and this is S. This is the center of the circle. Okay. There's an angle mark here. Okay, now, if you look at the diagram where S is formed on this arc, but at the center of the circle. You understand? At the center of the circle, S is formed on this arc. But on that same arc, 126 is formed at a point on the circumference. That means S is equal to 2 times 126. S is equal to 2 times 126 degrees. So S is equal to 252 degrees. Angle at center is twice angle at a point on the circumference. You write the reason yourself. So that's that. Question D. Question D. Question D. TU 135. TU 135. Okay. Let me try and leave enough space. Okay. TU 135. TU 135. Now, T is equal to, just like we explained before, on this arc, T is formed at the center. Can you see that? T is formed at the center on this arc. But on that same arc, 135 is formed at a point on the circumference, meaning T is equal to 2 times 135. T is equal to 2 times what? 135. You write your reason. Angle at center is twice angle at circumference. So T is 270 degrees. If you get T as 270 degrees, this is the center of the circle. Angles, the sum of angles at a point is what? 360 degrees. So that means T plus U is equal to 360. T plus U is 360 degrees. You understand? Sum of angles at a point. Sum of angles at a point. So that means what? That means 270. We already have U as T. We already have T as 270. 270 plus U is 360. U is equal to what? U is equal to 360 degrees minus 270. So U is what? 90 degrees. U is what? 90 degrees. So that's that for question D. Let's go to question E now. Question E. 32 VW. Okay, that's going to be pretty simple. Okay. Okay, this is 32. This is V. This is W. This is the center of the circle. From our previous illustrations, V is equal to what? V is equal to 2 times 32, because on this same arc, V is on this arc and it is formed at the center of the circle. But on that same arc, 32 is formed at a point on the circumference. So V will be twice 32. And V will also be 2 times W also. V will also be 2 times W. So let's get V first. Let's get V first. So V is 2 times 32. Angle at center is what? Angle at center is twice angle at a point on the what? Circumference. Angle formed at the center is equal to twice angle formed at a point on the circumference. So V is 64 degrees. But you know that V is also 2W, because the same way V is at the center, in the same way V is formed at the center on this arc, while on that same arc W is formed at a point on the circumference. So V will be 2 times W. Can you see my lines? Look at it very well. V is also equal to 2 times W. So 64 is 2W. Is that clear? 2W is 64. W will be 64 over 2. And W will be what? 32 degrees. So that ends question E. Let's go to F next. F is 119 YXZ. Okay. Excuse me. F is 119 YXZ. Let me see if I will remember. F is 119 YXZ. YXZ. I think I'm right. Okay, 119 YXZ. So what we need to do here is very simple. Remember, at the center, on this arc, X is formed at the center on that arc. Just see, this arc is facing this angle. They are, curving the same way. This is the angle, this is the arc. So that means we say this X is formed inside this major arc. Okay, so X is formed on that arc at the center, but what? But on the same arc, 119 is formed at a point on the circumference, meaning that 119 will be 2 times X. Let me change to yellow. Meaning that X will be 2 times 119. X is equal to 2 times 119. Angle at center is twice angle at the circumference. Make sure you write that. So X is equal to what? 238 degrees. Now, if we get X as 238, we can use that to get Y. How do we get Y? This is a point, and sum of angles at a point is 360. So we can say Y plus 238, or Y plus X is 360. Y plus X is 360 degrees. Angles at a point. Angles at a point. So that means 238. That means what? Y plus 238. Y plus 238 is 360 degrees. Y is what? 360 degrees minus 238. Y is equal to what? 360 minus 238. That's 2. Also 2, then 1. 122 degrees. So Y is 122 degrees. So we now have to go get Z. Now, the same way we got X from 119. Look at this arc, this small arc. This small arc is forming angle Y at the center of the circle. You can see the angle faces this way. Let me show you why we know which arc owns which angle. The angle faces this way. The arc also curves this way. So that means this arc is forming what? Y at the center of the circle. But the same arc also forms Z at a point on the circumference of the circle. Look at my lines well. The same arc also forms what? Angle Z at a point on the circumference of the circle. So we can easily say that Y is equal to 2Z. This Y is equal to what? 2Z. Y is at the center, Z is at a point on the circumference. So if we write Y is equal to 2Z, when we write Y is equal to 2Z, our reason is angle at center is twice angle at circumference. You make sure you write that yourself. So 122 is 2Z. 2Z is 122. 2Z is 122. Then what? Z is 122 over 2. Z is what? 56. Okay, not 56. Z will be 61 degrees. So that ends question F. Let's now go to number 2. It says we should find PSR. We should find PSR, 150 PSR. Okay, let's go. Number 2. Okay, let me be sure the space is not too much. Okay, I'll draw a circle here. Okay, P, O, P, S, R. So this is the center of the circle, center O. This is S, and this is R. What's that angle at O? Okay, the angle at O is 150 degrees. Now, let's go. 150 degrees. If you look at this very well, there are two angles at this center. One is here, and one is here. So let's call this one Y. Let's call this one Y. If we call this one Y, let me mark it. Y. Y plus 150. Y plus 150 will be equal to what? Y plus 150. Y plus 150 will be equal to 360 degrees. Meaning what? Sum of angles at a point. Sum of angles at a point. So Y is 360 degrees minus 150 degrees. Y is what? 210 degrees. Now, this Y is 2 times PSR. Because if you look at the diagram Y is formed by this arc at the center of the circle. And the same arc also forms PSR at a point on the circumference. So Y will be equal to 2 times this angle. Can you see that? Y will be 2 times PSR. Let's do that one after the other. Y will be equal to 2 times PSR. I'll change that. Y is equal to 2 times PSR. Angle at center is twice angle at circumference. That's the reason you should write here. Angle at center is twice angle at circumference. So 210 is 2 times PSR. What does that give you? 2 times PSR is equal to 210. PSR, okay, PSR is 210 over 2. And angle PSR is 105 degrees. Angle PSR is 105 degrees. Okay, that's the end of question 2. Let's now go to question 3. In question 3, we have to find the size of PRQ. 36 is there, POQR. Okay, I think I'm going to have to be fast. It's a long exercise. Okay, now look at this very well. This is PRQ, but this is the center of the circle, and this is POQ. This is what set to be 26. So we are looking for the value of PRQ, this place. Now, this is a simple question. Let's find POQ first. We know that POQ is equal to 2 times PRQ. The reason is angle at center is twice angle at any point on the circumference. That's the reason you should put here. This angle here at POQ, it is formed on this arc. It will be, this POQ will be equal to 2 times PRQ, this angle. So we need to first find this angle here before we can get PRQ, and that's easy to find. Now from the diagram, as you can see from the diagram, OP is equal to OQ is equal to radius. So this is the same, this is the same. That means that what? That means triangle OPQ is what? Isosceles. That means triangle OPQ is what? Isosceles. If a triangle is isosceles, it means its base angles are equal. If it is isosceles, therefore angle OPQ is equal to angle OQP is equal to 26 degrees. So this place too is 26 degrees. Are you getting it? Now, if we want to find POQ, it's very easy because we now know two of the angles in the triangle, so we can get POQ now. Let's go ahead and find this POQ now. Now that we know two angles of the triangle, let's go ahead and get POQ. Let's go ahead and get POQ. So here we say, what do we say now? POQ in this triangle, POQ, this one, plus 26 will give us 180 degrees because there are three angles in a triangle. Can you see that, senior? So look at it very well. POQ plus 26 is 180 degrees. That's what sum of angles in a triangle. That's sum of angles in a triangle. So angle POQ plus 52 is what? 180. So POQ is 180 minus 52. POQ is what? 180 minus 52. What does that give you? That gives you POQ is equal to what? Angle POQ is equal to 180 minus 50, 130 minus 2, 128. So if I know POQ as 128, and we know that POQ, we said it earlier here, up here, that POQ is 2 times PRQ. This is PRQ here, and this is POQ here. We said this angle, POQ, is 2 times PRQ. So now, we will now use that relationship to find PRQ. POQ is 2 times PRQ. We said that before. POQ is 2 times PRQ, and we gave reasons. Angle at center is equal to twice angle at a point on the circumference. So 128, it will now mean that 128 is what? 128 is 2 times PRQ. So 2 times PRQ is 128, and angle PRQ will be equal to 128 over 2. That means angle what? That means angle PRQ is what? 64 degrees. Angle PRQ is what? 64 degrees. This angle will be equal to 64 degrees. So that ends question 3. Let's go ahead with question 4, one after the other. I think we don't have much left. Just 4 left and 5. Okay, that isn't too much for us to quickly finish. I'll be very, very fast here. Question 4a, XYZ 21W. Okay, let me pray I can remember that. Okay. No. Okay, not at the center. Excuse me. Center X, Y, okay. Z, I think I got it. XYZ 21W. Okay. Now, we have to find each of the letters. This one is straightforward, simple. This is a right angle triangle with 90 degrees here, with 21 here, and W here. Let's go ahead and find that straight. What will that give us? W plus 21 plus 90 is 180. So that gives us what? That gives us W plus 111 is 180. I didn't write my reason, so that would have counted against me. Sum of angles in that, the reason is there's angles in a triangle, and the sum of angles in a triangle is 180. So W plus 111 degrees is 180 degrees. W will be 180 degrees minus 111 degrees. So W is what? 69. Now, if I get W as 69, look here, X is on this arc at the center, but W is on that same arc at a point on the circumference. So if you should have an eye for angles. Just have an eye for angles. X is twice W. Disregard every other thing inside the circle. You will see that X is just equal to 2 times W. X is right here, and it's on this arc right here. Let me change that so that you can see it well. X is right here, X is here, it's on this arc, you understand, formed at the center of the circle, but W is formed there. Disregard all of this in the middle. W is formed on that same arc, but now at a point on the circumference of the circle. So X is equal to 2 times W. So we can easily get our X from there. X is equal to 2 times W. Let's go straight and get that. X is equal to 2 times W. Angle at center is twice angle at circumference, at a point on the circumference. X is 2 times 69. X is 138 degrees. Now, X and Y are both at the center of the circle. Look at this well, 138 here. So X and Y are found at a point at the center of the circle. So I can easily say X plus Y is 360 degrees. Sum of angles at a point. Sum of angles at a point. So 138 plus Y is 360. Y is 360 minus 138. And Y is what? 360 minus 100, 260. 260 minus 30, 230. 230 minus 8, 222. Y is 222. Now, the same way, if Y is 222, Y is equal to 2Z. Let's now go back and use our angle and use our angle R. You understand? Okay. Now, on this arc, look at this arc. Y is formed on that arc, but it is at the center of the circle. But Z is formed on the same arc. Z is formed on it at a point on the circumference. If you look at the diagram well, Z2 is on that arc, but Z is now at a point on the circumference. If you look at the diagram well, Z is also formed on that arc, but it is formed at a center, at a point on the circumference. So y is equal to 2z. That's what I'm trying to explain. Y is equal to what? 2z. So look at it very well. Angle at center is twice angle at a point on the circumference. Y is 2z. Angle at center is twice angle at a point on the circumference. Your reason must always be there to score. If your reason is missing, you will not score. So 222 is 2z. 2z is 222. Z is 222 over 2. And Z is 111 degrees. That ends question 4a. Okay, FGHE 134. Let's go to 4b. Okay. 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 E, F, G. Okay. There should be a line here. Excuse me. F, G, H, E 134. This is simple because we know that this is a radius, this is a radius. So G will be equal to H. I think I will start from E. If you look at the diagram well, sorry I didn't leave enough space here. You should leave at least 4 lines before you start drawing. You can see it has spilled back into my previous question. That's not the best. Okay, now let's find E first. I think that's easy for us. This is a straight line. This is a straight line. And 134 and E are present on that line. So I can get E first. How do I get that? E plus 134 is 180. My reason is not far-fetched. What's my reason? E plus 134 is what? 180. What's my reason? Angles on a what? Angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line. So E is 180 minus 134. So E is what? E is 46. If I have this as 46, it pretty much helps me to quickly find F. Angle at center is twice angle at a point on the circumference of the circle. So if you look at the diagram well, F is at the center, formed on this arc. But on the same arc, E is formed at a point on the circumference. So F will be equal to 2 times E. Can you see that? Okay, have an eye for angles. Very important. Have an eye for angles. The more you practice, the sharper your eyes get. So F is equal to 2E. Let's go ahead and do that next. F is 2E. Angle at center is twice. Angle at center is twice angle at a point on the circumference of the circle. So that means F is 2 times what? 46. F will be 92 degrees. If I have F as 92, it pretty much helps me to find G and H easily. 92. Let me write that with another ink. Okay, excuse me. Just need to be neat. 92. We don't need the F there anymore. So G is the same thing as H. H is the same thing as G. So I could just write G plus G for the 2. I could just write GG for the 2. So I will say F plus G plus H is 180. Sum of angles in a triangle. Feel that yourself. That's my reason. So 92 plus G plus G. I'm changing it to G plus G because I want to just find one letter. Once I get G, I've gotten H. So 92 plus 2G is equal to 180 degrees, and 2G is 180 minus 92. 2G is 180 minus 92 degrees gives you 2G is what? 88 degrees. So G is 88 over 2. G is 44 degrees. If G is 44 degrees, H is also equal to 44 degrees. Or let me put it this way so it can be neat. G is equal to H is equal to 44 degrees. That ends question 4C. 4B, I mean. 4C, ABCD 43. I think that should be cheap for us. Let's be fast. Okay, I didn't know this was going to be this long. But I think it's better we just do it once. ABCD. ABC, I'm coming. Let me check again. ABCD 43. Okay, I think I'll remember that. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Triangle. Sorry, that's not straight. Manage that, please. Let me try. Okay, I think it's better now. Okay, A, B, C. ABCD 43. Excuse me. Okay, this is D here. I'll be very fast here. A is the same thing as 43. Vertically opposite angles. Feel it yourself. That's the reason. That's the reason A is equal to 43. They are vertically opposite angles. So if I know my A, that means if I know my A as 43 degrees, my C is also 43 because this is a radius, this is a radius. You know that better now. A is equal to C is equal to 43. They are base angles of an isosceles triangle. Because this is isosceles now. This is now an isosceles triangle. So the base angles are 43, 43, C and A. They are the same. Okay. Now, after knowing A and C, I can pretty much write 43 here to circle it to show that I got it myself. So after knowing A and C, I can put B plus A plus C is 180 degrees. Sum of angles in a triangle. That's the reason you write here. So B plus 43 plus 43. B plus 43 plus 43 will give me 180 degrees. B plus 86 is 180. And what? B will be equal to 180 degrees minus 86 degrees. So B is what? 94 degrees. After getting B as 94, we now know very well that this 94 will be 2 times D. B will be 2 times D. Angle at center is equal to twice angle at a point on the circumference. So let's go ahead and get D. Okay. B is equal to 2D. Angle at center is equal to 2 times angle at circumference. So 94 is 2D. 2D is 94. D will be 94 degrees over 2. And D will be what? 47 degrees. So that ends question. Let me just close this up so it won't be disturbing me. That ends question 4C. Let's go to question 4D. Okay, SPR UVW 8153. Okay, I think I should be able to remember that. 4D now. Okay. Okay, triangle. Your triangle is SPR. Okay. Okay. SPR 81. Let me check. 8153. 8153 center UVWT. T. Or should I change their colors? I think that will make sense. U, let me write that way. U, V, W, T. Now, the first one I can easily get is T, because this is a triangle. And 81 plus 53 plus T will give me 180. So let's go straight and get that. 81 plus T plus 53 is 180. Angles in a triangle. That's what you should write here. Either you write sum of angles in a triangle or you simply write angles in a triangle. So, okay, this will be what? 134 plus T is 180. So T is, let me count down. Okay, so T plus 134 is 180 degrees. T is 180 degrees minus 134. So T is what? 46 degrees. I hope this is very simple. Now, after getting T, you can get U straight. There's some part of the diagram I forgot to mark. It is here that this place and this place are the same. Let me use something brighter. That this and this are the same. So V will be equal to W. The triangle is isosceles. All right. Sorry, I just want to make that mark wrong. Okay. After getting T, what did I get for T? 46 degrees. Now, these two angles are opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. You can see the shape is a four-sided shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. In any four-sided shape present in a circle, the opposite angles add to give 180. We'll get to that theorem later, but let's quickly just borrow it before we get there. So let's get what? Let's get U straight. U plus T is 180 because our shape is a what? It's a cyclic quadrilateral. So the two angles are opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. So U plus 46 is 180. U is equal to 180 minus 46. U is equal to 180 minus 46. So U is what? U is 134 degrees. Now, look at that triangle in which U is present. Look at the triangle in which we took U out. The triangle from which we took U out is like this. This place and this place are equal. This is U, 134. This is V, this is W. So this will be isosceles because two sides of the triangle are equal. These two sides are equal. So that makes V equal to W. So I can just simply write that U, I can simply write that 134 plus V is what? 180. Sum of angles in a triangle. Sum of angles in a what? In a triangle. So I'm writing V for W, which is okay. So 134 plus 2V is what? 180. So that gives us what? 2V is 180 minus 134. 2V is what? 46. V is 46 over 2. 2V is 46. V is 46 over 2. So V is 23. V is the same thing as W, which will also be what? 23. So that ends question D. I think we are now on the last question, number 5. Okay, MOLN. The question says we should find. Okay, MONL. Find the obtuse MOL in terms of A and B. Okay, that's not difficult. Let's quickly take it up. Number 5 now. Okay, this is our circle. This is our circle. MOL. MOL. LMO. Okay. Okay. Let me take this up. Bring it down. Excuse me. That's always very tough to do well at once. Okay, I think that's okay. So, AB. Okay, it says that this place is B and that this is A. What we have to do is very simple. What we want to do is very simple. There's N here. There's N here. What we want to do is very simple. Just add to the construction. That's the first thing to do. We add to the construction. I'll draw a line here and I'll represent this place with X. Just a small letter, X, okay? Now, if you look at the diagram very well, I think my line is not perfect. I don't want it to be too long. Okay, now if you look at my diagram very well, this place too will be B because this is a radius, this is a radius. ON is the same thing. ON is the same thing as what? ON is just the same thing as OL, which is also radius. So therefore triangle what? ONL is what? Isosceles. Do you understand that? Also OM is the same thing as ON, which is radius. That also means that triangle OMN. That also means that triangle OMN is what? Isosceles. And in an isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. So in these two triangles, OMN will be ONM. That's what it means. OMN, angle OMN will be equal to angle ONM will be equal to A. Also angle what? Angle ONL will be equal to angle what? Angle ONL will be equal to, I want to make sure I'm writing neatly. Angle ONL is equal to angle OLN is equal to B. So I can put B here for ONL and also put B here for OLN. This is OLNB. This is also ONL, also B. The same way, this is OMNA. This is also ONM. That will also be what? A. So I can put A here too. You understand? So if I want an expression for what we are asked to do is to get an expression for angle MOL in terms of A and B. After writing all of this, I can now write that this place is 2A, this place is 2B. Exterior angle MOX. Therefore, I can write that what? MOX is equal to 2A. The reason, it is an exterior angle of the triangle. It is an exterior angle of the triangle. MOX is an exterior angle. This MOX, this angle here, is an exterior angle of the triangle OMN or ONM, however you read it. So this angle will be equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. In the same way, LOX, this angle, will also be equal to 2B because it is an exterior angle to triangle what? To triangle ONL, this triangle. So it will be equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles B and B. B plus B here will give you what? 2B. Is that clear? So I think we are getting close to our final answer now. In fact, we've already gotten our expression. So let me just leave that. Okay. So therefore, I can say also, I can also say triangle LOX. I can also say that angle LOX is equal to 2B. Same reason. So MOL is equal to what? Is equal to MOX plus what? XOL or LOX, anyhow you say it. So MOL is 2A plus 2B. That means angle MOL is equal to 2 open bracket A plus B. We have found an expression for angle MOL, for this angle MOL, in terms of what? A, in terms of A and what? And B. We have found an expression for angle MOL in terms of A and B. That ends the exercise. I will send a classwork for this theorem for you to, exercise your muscle.